Let me tell you something. I think it was in 2018 that I made a good name. Like now, the Redberry outfit was really taken off, and I met John Falme. I think the first time we had an interaction with John Falme was at Barbecue Live 8, where I was the open DJ with Evolve. Then I met John Falme again when I was a resident DJ at Seville, where he was a guest DJ. And I think it was just about how I do business, just being so serious and being so focused. And I knew very well if I was going to be able to partner with anyone in this business and anyone who understands DJing, how I understand it, was people like Joe, So, Joe, this was a conversation that started way back. I'll be like, yo, Joe, do you know how much people would like to learn from you? And he's like, no, not now. I'm so busy. When time is right. Joe, very few words. Then again, we meet again. Okay, hi, Joe. What's up? So you come, we open an academy. And I realized Joe was not about, a lot of people open academies just about money. Joe was not into that. Joe was like, actually one time he told me, if I'm going to do it, Sid, I have to do it right. And that's when I realized, okay, then I'm not doing it right. Because if I was doing it right, Joe would be the person to look at me and tell me like, yeah, you're doing it right. So he came to the academy as a guest speaker. And when he came to the academy, let me tell you, man, whatever he did for these kids, and it's just through speaking to them, just by speaking to them and telling them like his journey, sharing them, answering questions and whatnot. And I realized, okay, fine. So we have to do away with focusing, because a lot of focus was also on training, like training the use of equipment and whatnot. We have to do away with focusing on training of the equipment and focus on the real things about the business, because people who are coming now to be DJs, they want to use this as a tool of, making a change in their lives, financially, everything, socially, everything. So in 2019, of course, COVID happened. I did a lot of things, but we still kept in touch with Joe in 2020. And Joe has been sending so many students our way before then, And in 2020, we're in 2022. 2020, yes, we were still in a dark place. 2021, that's when the conversation now began. Seriously, like, listen, Joe, this is what I'm doing. And people don't know this, but I've written 1,000 proposals. Not even 1,000. I've written 4 proposals for Joe. The one I presented at Capital FM before he went into a gig. The second one, I think I sent him on via email. The third one was the first one I wrote last year. Then now the fourth one, Joe looked at it and he was like, man, I don't think I would ever have done this to the levels like, that was giving him like, finally he agreed to the concept, and we're so happy that happened. Yeah.
Now,
with WDJ, yes. Let me tell you, with WDJ, we had Hypnotic's house, and he was there with Mr. Drew. And I was like, we were talking about now I think Hypnotic said, oh, by the way, you guys need to hear Sid. This guy's never heard of me, because I've always been the guy behind the scenes and whatnot. I was like, hey, where do you play? Then Mr. Drew, I think something Mr. Drew said that got off with the whole guys. And trust me, believe you me, Mr. Drew didn't mean that in the way that they took it. That was so. WDJ, we had a conversation and I was like, okay, WDJ, how was DJing back in your days? Because I remember seeing you with Code Red. And when this conversation became so interesting, I was like, listen, WDJ, he was like, listen, so you run an academy. I think mentoring will be a good space for me. And I was like, please, let's do it. Because for those who don't know WDJ, he has a lot of experience, especially when it comes to corporate. He's been, yes, a DJ, but he has a lot of experience behind the scenes. Yeah, and I was like, and I like also his work ethic. I was like, it would be an honor and a pleasure. So it started at Hypnotic's house. Yeah.
Made of Red 2.0. You not only approach that you and your family.
Yeah.
You definitely approach.
Oh, so many DJs, man. Whoa. So many DJs. Let me tell you. By the way, kama ushaniambia we'll talk na ukakata kushika simu yangu. By the way, no, but anyway, no. It's the nature of business. But
what did you learn from that? What did you learn from the $3 million that were closed?
This is the thing. If your vision does not match the vision of the other person, you guys will never meet. The reason why I've been able to work with these guys is because their vision and my vision match.
I think that's...
Yeah.
Now, 2.0. What's 2.0 now?
Now, 2.0...
Because you definitely have so many levels. 7.
Yeah, we have 7 levels. 2.0, we are more focused on now mentoring, mentoring and nurturing. And here's the thing. People are looking at it as, oh, SYD, man, you don't know the amount of business that you're going to get and whatnot. And I'm like, stop looking at it at numbers. We are comfortable with working with 10 students that we can change their lives for good, So 2.0 right now, it's all about mentoring, where all of us have structured a program where it does not only focus on the use of the machine and the use of the equipment, but we also, 2.0 is majorly focused on talent, arts, arts, talent, technology and entrepreneurship, period. So we want to combine arts, talent, mostly DJ. Then we see how we can combine that with technology and then bring in entrepreneurship. And of course, that becomes a whole business to it, So what I mean by that is we know we are capable of pointing out talent, like real talent, but hard work beats talent. So this hard work now, that's when we bring in, tell you, okay, fine. So we're going to introduce you to something called technology, how it's going to connect you globally. It's going to create an influence for you globally, but you have to also be an entrepreneur. So the things an entrepreneur does, so you have to understand the business, to the fine details of how to run the business. I'll tell you this happened when I did a short course done by Berkeley. And I was able to understand what it takes, especially as an artist, to grow yourself as a business. And there are so many things that we wish to teach the young generation on how, for example, they can create, because look at it this way, the guys who made a lot of money during the COVID period are the guys who actually used a lot of technology and had great perception, great product, and they knew how to do the business, So basically that is what we're going to be walking through. We're going to be walking the students through, not just teaching them how to use the DJ equipment, but also now helping them understand how do you become a successful brand. How do you grow your brand, apart from DJing, where else can you get paid as a brand, Because look at it this way, during COVID, a lot of DJs that were really established as brand was getting a lot of money just because of product placements and stuff like that. So we are going to be educating and creating awareness about all that, everything it takes to be a successful DJ and a brand.
Good.
Yeah.
What's your vision for Redberry? The next 5 years, where do you see Redberry in the next 5 years?
Man, the greatest vision that I've had is to be able to work with local and national government, especially the whole point is focused on the SDGs, by the year 2030, where we can be able to collaborate with every stakeholder in this business, especially in the entertainment business, and collaborate with a local government and national government to be able to create art centers. Art centers that are not just focused on DJing alone, but art centers that are also focused on empowering them. How can they start a business? Because get it this way, it's always very sad, for example, when you see a lot of products being shipped from Nairobi to a gig in Kitui, So if we're able to set up policies, even after setting up those art centers and whatnot, we're able to set up policies, for example, where now you have a Kitui group, a group of 50 students that have gone through the program. They've set up a business, and through the national government and through the local governments, they're able to now provide services within the region, That way it grows. It grows the industry far beyond Nairobi. You get it? Because look at it this way. I would actually think right now most clubs in Nairobi have closed, but more clubs are opening outside Nairobi. You get it? So apart from that, we also want to be in a space whereby we are collaborating with everyone in the industry and grow the music, especially the music industry in Kenya, where we promote more local content and being part of, and we don't have to be part of it in a production level, but in a direction level where now we give quality. We know what sounds good. How do we export this music and this talent out of Nairobi, out of Kenya, to other countries, so that we can also be part of the global market as well.
Good. Now, in winding up, describe SYD in 5 words.
A father, a hard worker, a very resourceful person, a very resourceful human being, a visionary. Those are 4. Yeah. Yule msee. SYD ni yule msee.
So I think that's it.
Yeah, we done.